In the realm of diets, few are as buzzworthy as the ketogenic diet. This low-carb, high-fat eating plan has taken the world by storm, promising weight loss and a host of other health benefits. But the key to unlocking keto's magic lies in understanding a simple concept: counting carbs. For those embracing the keto lifestyle or even a more moderate low-carb approach, keeping tabs on your carbohydrate intake is paramount. It's the steering wheel guiding you towards your weight loss and health goals. Imagine carbohydrates as the fuel your body uses for energy. When you drastically reduce your carb intake, your body shifts gears, entering a metabolic state known as ketosis. In this state, your body becomes a fat-burning machine, utilizing stored fat for fuel instead of readily available carbohydrates. Sounds like a dream, right? However, this metabolic magic trick only works when you keep your carb intake in check. Too many carbs, and your body happily reverts to using them for energy, kicking you out of ketosis and stalling your progress. This is where the importance of understanding different types of carbs comes into play, especially the distinction between total carbs and net carbs. Mastering this distinction is your secret weapon for keto success. It empowers you to make informed food choices, stay within your carb limits, and reap the full benefits of a low-carb lifestyle. So, buckle up as we delve into the world of carbs, unraveling the difference between total carbs and net carbs, and equipping you with the knowledge to conquer your keto journey. Before we dive into the nuances of net carbs, let's establish a clear understanding of their counterpart, total carbs. Total carbohydrates encompass all the different types of carbs found in a particular food. This includes sugars, starches, and fiber. Think of sugars as the quick energy bursts of the carb world, found naturally in fruits, vegetables, and milk, as well as added to processed foods. Starches, on the other hand, are complex carbs found in grains, legumes, and starchy vegetables like potatoes. They provide a slower, more sustained release of energy. Finally, fiber, the indigestible hero of the carb family, plays a crucial role in digestive health but doesn't contribute to your body's usable energy. When you glance at a food label, the total carbohydrate listing represents the sum of all these carb components. It's a valuable piece of information, giving you a general idea of the carb content. However, for those on keto or low-carb diets, focusing solely on total carbs can be misleading. This is where the concept of net carbs comes into play. Unlike total carbs, which account for all carb types, net carbs focus on the carbs that actually impact your blood sugar levels. This distinction is crucial for keto and low-carb enthusiasts, as it's the rise in blood sugar that can kick you out of ketosis. Net carbs are essentially the carbs your body can absorb and use for energy. To calculate net carbs, you subtract certain types of carbs from the total carb count. The two key players in this subtraction are fiber and sugar alcohols. Fiber, as we learned earlier, is indigestible by the human body. It passes through your digestive system largely intact, providing bulk and aiding in regularity, but not contributing to your caloric or blood sugar load. Sugar alcohols, on the other hand, are a type of sweetener often used in sugar-free or low-carb products. While they do contribute some calories, they are metabolized differently than sugar and have a minimal impact on blood sugar levels. By subtracting fiber and sugar alcohols from the total carb count, you arrive at the net carbs, the carb count that truly matters for those watching their carb intake. Section 4. Calculating net carbs, your simple formula. Calculating net carbs is a simple process. Once you understand the components involved, you can easily determine the net carbs of any food product by glancing at its nutrition label. Here's the formula. Net carbs equals total carbs minus fiber minus sugar alcohols. Let's break it down step by step. First, locate the total carbohydrate listing on the nutrition label. This will be your starting point. Next, find the dietary fiber listing. Subtract this number from the total carbs. Then, look for sugar alcohols. This might be listed separately or grouped under sugars. Subtract the sugar alcohol content from the previous result. The final number you arrive at represents the net carbs for that particular serving size. It's the number you'll want to focus on when tracking your carb intake for keto or low-carb diets. Section 5. Real-world labels, deciphering net carbs in action. Let's apply our newfound knowledge to real-world scenarios. Imagine you're at the grocery store, faced with two different protein bar options. Bar A, total carbohydrate, 20 grams, dietary fiber, 5 grams, sugar alcohols, 10 grams. Bar B, total carbohydrate 15 grams, dietary fiber 2 grams, sugar alcohols 0 grams. At first glance, Bar B might seem like the lower carb option with only 15 grams of total carbs. However, let's calculate the net carbs for each. Bar A, 20 grams, total carbs, minus 5 grams, fiber minus 10 grams, sugar alcohols equals 5 grams net carbs. Bar B, 15 grams, total carbs, minus 2 grams, fiber, minus 0 grams, sugar alcohols equals 13 grams net carbs. As you can see, despite having a higher total carb count, Bar A actually has significantly lower net carbs due to its fiber and sugar alcohol content. This highlights the importance of looking beyond total carbs and focusing on the net carb count when making informed food choices. Section 6. Blood sugar and ketosis. The impact of net versus total carbs. The distinction between net carbs and total carbs goes beyond simply reading food labels. It has a direct impact on your body's physiological responses, particularly blood sugar levels and ketosis. When you consume carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. This triggers the release of insulin, a hormone that helps your cells absorb glucose for energy or storage. The more carbs you consume, the greater the blood sugar spike and insulin response. However, not all carbs impact blood sugar equally. Fiber, being indigestible, doesn't contribute to blood sugar levels. Similarly, sugar alcohols have a minimal impact. This is why focusing on net carbs is crucial for blood sugar management, especially for individuals with diabetes or those following a keto or low-carb diet. Net carbs, representing the carbs that actually get absorbed, provide a more accurate picture of a food's impact on blood sugar. By minimizing your intake of net carbs, you can effectively control blood sugar spikes, improve insulin sensitivity, and maintain a state of ketosis. Section 7. Smart choices, using net carbs for meal planning and grocery shopping. Armed with the knowledge of net carbs, you hold the power to make informed decisions about your diet. Here are some practical tips for incorporating net carbs into your meal planning and grocery shopping. Read labels diligently. Don't be fooled by low-carb claims. Always check the nutrition label and calculate the net carbs yourself. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. These tend to be naturally lower in net carbs and higher in fiber. Choose high-fiber options. Opt for high-fiber vegetables, nuts, and seeds to boost your fiber intake and lower net carbs. Be mindful of sugar alcohols. While they can be helpful for reducing net carbs, excessive consumption can lead to digestive discomfort in some individuals. Track your intake. Use a food journal or app to track your net carb intake and ensure you're staying within your desired range. By making net carbs your guiding principle, you can navigate the world of food with confidence, making choices that support your health goals and keep you feeling your best. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding net carbs empowers you to take control of your diet and achieve your desired health outcomes.